Alrighty, what's up guys? Welcome back to a new video on East Coast Manga. So I'm gonna make this really quick. I've had a bunch of people ask me about this. So I posted a little bit about it, but I figured I'd make a quick video. Typically I wouldn't do this with kind of announcements, but this to me is such a huge announcement, so I'm super excited. We have an announcement that Zatch Bell, a sequel, is gonna be released, not like in 2 years from now, but like this spring apparently. It's supposed to be released in March, or at least like the first chapters or whatever. And for those of you who don't know, Zatch Bell has been like a very key part to my collection. I've gone through trials and tribulations trying to get this whole set of Zatch Bell. I had a whole set, an entire set before, and it came from Macari, and the seller's cat had pissed on it before he had sold it to me. I have an entire video about that if you want to go watch that. I'm not even sure this video is going to get a lot of views, so I don't know how many new people are going to get to this video. But if you want to watch that video, it's absolutely ridiculous. I get banned from Macari because of that, even though it was all the seller's fault. Zatch Bell almost feels like I'm not gonna say the fever dream of anime growing up, but it was kind of on the tail end of like me watching or knowing anime. Like I was one of the kids who watched Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon. Like you're a very typical Western US like for kids anime. And I mean like the company for kids. Zatch Bell was more so on the end of it, and I loved it. Like it was so cool. I had the spell books and everything, and the cards, and the card collecting game wasn't as popular as Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh, and those two kind of go back and forth sometimes, but man, it was still really cool. So I luckily do have all 25 volumes, although I say all. This came as a surprise to me because in the West we only have 25 volumes out of 32. The actual story has 32 volumes, and that's because Makoto Raikou, who I believe I hopefully pronounced that name correctly, he does the story and the art. He's the mangaka for Zatch Bell. He actually had to sue the Viz Media parent company, the Japanese parent company, because at least from articles online, he had gone on vacation. He had came back, and his original colored panels were gone. Like they just lost them. The company lost them. So he won like 2.2 million yen or something like that, which I don't even know what that is in dollars. But he ended up winning the lawsuit. So clearly, if you sue someone and especially when you win, you're probably not going to do business with them again. So I expected no reprint for Zatch Bell, and unfortunately they weren't finished printing it at that time. They finished at 25, which is actually, it's a good ending. Like it ends it, but 32, you still have another 7 or so volumes you could do. And personally, I'm not even sure the content of those volumes, but this story is about Kyo, who, let's see, so Zatch is right here, and Kyo is actually right here. He's the one with the spell book. So basically, after every so many years, there's a Momoto battle, which is what Zatch is. Zatch is a Momoto. They come from the Momoto world. They're basically these kid-like demon creatures that are controlled, or almost like if you think of Pokemon, but these little demon kids. That's kind of what the story is. It's Pokemon, but kids that have to fight each other and then burn each other's books to become the last one on Earth, who then becomes the Momoto King in the Momoto world. And I apologize if that is not a fantastic description, but you could probably find one on Google better than that. There's also a anime, obviously that's what I was talking about earlier, that I read, that I watched, and then I learned about the manga probably a year or two ago. Probably 2 years ago now. And so this manga was completely finished. I mean, it was a very, I don't think anyone had an issue with the ending. And now we're looking at a sequel, which, I don't know how I feel about that. I'm very excited, but I'm just so curious, what's gonna happen? Honestly, even if he wants to continue in that world and give us another story, I'd be happy with that, because this is a very unique world. It's also it has its moments where it's very emotional. So I'm looking forward to this 100%. Also, the information is coming from a Twitter user, Mangira, R-E, I think that's how you pronounce it, or Mogira, I'm not sure. But apparently a very reliable source. I also looked up on Google, and there's some articles talking about the sequel on there. and no one knows what it's going to be. It's just talking about how it's going to be posted on various online retailers, but not retailers, like where you can read manga online, whatever that is. Yeah, so it's not going to be physical prints, but hopefully maybe someday it will be. I just don't know which company would be picking it up because it probably wouldn't be Fitz. But that's gonna be it for this video. I am super excited, and I guess this is kind of me just talking to you guys a little bit about that because I've been asked a lot. So I will catch you guys later. Peace out.